Zhuge Liang's Story, Part 1, Birth of a Strategic Genius. Amid the quiet mountains of Nanyang, where white clouds drift lazily in the sky, a young boy flipped through ancient scrolls with unwavering focus. His name was Zhuge Liang, a name that would one day echo through history. People would come to call him Wolong the Sleeping Dragon. From a young age, Zhuge Liang displayed remarkable intelligence. He devoured knowledge in mathematics, astronomy, geography, and military strategy. Every book he read seemed to breathe life into his soul, and with each step, he sowed the seeds of wisdom. After losing his father, he moved to a humble cottage in Nanyang, choosing solitude and study over worldly distractions. But deep within, he carried a burning desiree change the world. And to do so, he needed a righteous leader worth serving. At the same time, Liu Bei, a nobleman without a home, was wandering the land, chased by Cao Cao's powerful forces. Liu Bei heard of the young sage in the mountains and visited him 3 times, humbly seeking his wisdom. This legendary tale became known as the 3 Visits to the Thatched Cottage. Zhuge Liang saw sincerity in Liu Bei's eyes. He recognized the potential for destiny and vowed to dedicate all his talents to this man. The fate of the land is clear, Wei is strong, Wu is stable, and Shu has narrow lands but great talent. If you, my lord, are determined, I shall help you shape this world anew. With those words, the sleeping dragon awoke, and from that moment on, the fate of the 3 kingdoms began to shift under his quiet, commanding presence. Part 2, The Dawn of Strategy and the Rise of Shu. After Liu Bei's 3 visits, the 2 began the arduous journey of founding the Shu kingdom. The path ahead was filled with danger. To survive between the powerful forces of Ko, Cao and Sun Quan required wit and patience. Zhuge Liang first thoroughly assessed Liu Bei's subordinates and the situation in Shu territories. He keenly perceived the enemy's movements and coldly identified weaknesses within his own camp. He focused not just on tactics, but on strategy. Do not be obsessed with small battles, always keep the big picture in mind. His eyes were fixed on uniting the realm. His first grand plan was to forge an alliance between Liu Bei and Sun Quan. Though natural enemies, they would unite against Cao Cao's might. This alliance led to the famous Battle of Red Cliffs in 208 AD. The Battle of Red Cliffs was not just a fight, but a grand symphony of wind, fire, and psychological warfare. Zhuge Liang contributed as a strategist for Liu Bei, helping build the foundation for this historic battle and boosting allied morale. He demonstrated his mastery by using terrain to lure the enemy and allocating troops efficiently. This victory laid the cornerstone for the Shu kingdom and spread Zhuge Liang's fame far and wide. Yet his true challenges were just beginning. After the battle, political strife, logistics, and talent management awaited him. With a sharp mind and warm heart, Zhuge Liang began governing Shu with wisdom and care. Part 3, The Dream of Northern Expeditions. After the victory at Red Cliffs, Shu's foundation was strong, but Zhuge Liang's heart was set on a greater goal, unifying the realm. He knew well that Cao Cao's heirs still held great power in the north. Thus, he planned the Northern Expeditions, Bei, large-scale campaigns to reclaim the Central Plains from the Wei Kingdom. For this, he rigorously trained and organized his troops, preparing meticulous strategies. He united soldiers and civilians alike, and focused on recruiting talented people. In the first expedition, he won several tactical battles, but could not achieve total success due to harsh natural conditions and supply difficulties. The rugged mountain terrain and long supply lines burdened the Shu army, and Wei's persistent resistance was fierce. Yet Zhuge Liang never gave up. With a firm belief that when opportunity comes, I shall strike again, he repeatedly launched northern campaigns. Throughout this, his loyal followers and the people endured hardships, but stayed steadfast. Zhuge Liang ruled Shu not only with brilliant strategy, but with a warm heart for his people. However, his health gradually declined, and during one of these campaigns, he had to battle illness as well as enemies. Part 4. Zhuge Liang's brilliant strategies amidst battles. In the previous battle, Zhuge Liang's wisdom and courage truly shone as he faced the enemy forces. At moments of crisis, he calmly analyzed the situation and found the enemy's weaknesses to turn the tide. The fiercer the fighting became, the more his strategies stood out, raising the morale of his soldiers. He fought not with brute force, but with a sharp mind and detailed plans to overcome his foes. However, the war was a long and arduous journey. The fire attack at the Battle of Red Cliffs was one of his most famous victories, but many difficulties and trials still awaited him afterward. Zhuge Liang was more than just a strategist. He carried a deep sense of responsibility for his country and people. Within his heart always lay a wish for peace. In the story to come, you will learn how he applied his brilliant strategies in the complex world of politics and human relationships, and the sacrifices he made along the way. Part 5. Zhuge Liang's final wisdom and eternal legacy. As time passed, Zhuge Liang faced increasing political challenges and personal trials. Relying on his wisdom and courage, he tried to overcome every crisis. But fate was not always kind. Until his last moments on the battlefield, he devoted himself to the country, and his relentless efforts for peace earned him the respect of the people. His death brought great sorrow to many, but Zhuge Liang's wisdom and spirit remained forever, shining as an eternal legend in the history of the Three Kingdoms. The countless strategies and teachings he left behind continue to inspire many even today. Zhuge Liang's story is not just a tale of a war hero, but a story of responsibility, sacrifice, and unending efforts for peace. As we conclude Zhuge Liang's journey, we will meet the stories of other heroes in the next chapters. Please set up a subscription and like notification. Let's share the story of the Three Kingdoms.